Hi everybody, I'm Tom.
And I'm Mom.
And today on Tom and Mom Play, we're playing
Forbidden Island.
From Matt Leacock, published by Gamewright Games. This is a game that I got back into the hobby with because I love cooperative games. And of course, like a lot of you watched the tabletop with Will Wheaton. I think it was over on Geek and Sundry. And I absolutely loved that show. And I never really liked cooperative games competitive games right away. It just wasn't my cup of tea, so I didn't play a ton. When I saw there was cooperative games, it got me into the hobby a lot more, and now I'll do competitive games. But game 4, 2 to 4 players, ages 10 and up, and our story is: Forbidden Island was the secluded retreat of an ancient mystical empire known as the Archaeans. Legend has it the Archaeans possessed the ability to control the Earth's core elements: fire, wind, water, and earth through 4 sacred treasures: the Crystal of Fire, the Statue of Wind, the Ocean's Chalice, and the Earth Stone, now known as Flamey Boy, Liony, Cup, and Stone Ball. Or Stone, because we'll never call them by their right names because I'm terrible about remembering what they actually are in this. But because of their potential to cause catastrophic damage if they fell into enemy hands, the Archaeans kept the treasure secretly hidden on Forbidden Island. They kept them. They kept them. Instead of kept, I was trying to do keep, and then I saw, oh, it's kept. They kept them. They kept them secretly hidden on Forbidden Island and designed it to sink if intruders ever attempted to claim them. In the centuries since the mysterious collapse of their empire, Forbidden Island remained undiscovered. Until now. Will your team be the first to breach its borders, capture the treasures, and make it out alive? Probably not. But we'll give it our best shot anyway. We have things a little set up, but not completely. Today, I will be playing as the pilot. And we'll be teaching the game as we go along, but I have a special power of once per turn, I can fly to any tile on the island for 1 action. And?
I'm the explorer, and I can move and or shore up diagonally.
Yep, because yeah, normally when you move, you can only go up, down, left, or right, but she gets to break that rule. In this game, we'll get 3 actions each. Those actions can be move, which once again, up, down, left, and right, except for her. You can shore up, and you can do the tile you're on, and that's just going from this flooding side back to the safe side. And you can stand on a flooded tile, that's no problem, but you can do that on your tile or an adjacent, following the up, down, left, right, unless you're her, you get to break that rule. You can give a treasure card if you are on the same space. You can give, but you can't take. And then capture a treasure card, spending 4 of the exact same card on a proper. So here you would have to, the stone on either the temples, the gardens for the winged lion, the caves for the flame boy, and the palaces for the cup. So that's the basics. We can have up to 5 cards. The second we go over that, we have to discard immediately. And we have our opening hands here. The only thing that we haven't done is started the island with our 6 flooding areas. They're not down yet, but they're going to be problematic. Temple of the Moon is our first. Breaker's Bridge for 2. 3 is the Iron Gate, all in that corner. 4 is the Tidal Palace. 5 is the Observatory. And 6 is the Crimson Forest. There we go. We've got our 2 cards out already. We'll tell you about how the flooding and all that starts. I'm just going to give this one more little shuffle. So Mom's hand will be over on this side next to Crimson Forest. Mine will be right here, so you can all see that. It's all open information here in this cooperative game. And I think with our starting situation, you would be the best to lead off.
Okay. First off, I'm going to flip that tile there.
Okay, the Titled Palace?
Yes, please.
Okay. So that was your first of 3.
And the observatory.
So you're using your Explorer ability to take care of diagonal.
And
Perfect.
the Crimson Forest.
Crimson Forest for the 3rd. Nicely done. Your turn is done. At the end, you'll get 2 treasure cards. They're not always all treasures. Sometimes there are bonuses we can use. Because to win this game, we have to get all 4 treasures, get back to Fool's Landing, and use a helicopter lift card, which there's only a couple of these in the deck, to fly out. Even though I'm the pilot, we still have to have the card to do that. The ways that we can lose this game is if both temples, caves, palaces, or garden tiles sink before we can collect the respective treasure. If Fool's Landing, the space I'm on here, the little blue character, Mom's green, if that sinks, we lose. If any player is on an island tile that sinks and there's no adjacent tile to swim to, or if the water level reaches skull and crossbones, and we're starting on
2.
2. Yep, we're on the normal. You can do novice, which is 1 below, elite above, legendary 2 above, and that will dictate this part coming up here in a second. But Mom gets 2 cards.
Like another chalice.
Another chalice and
Water rises.
Yep. So you want to read Water Rises?
Sure. Move the water level up 1 tick mark.
Okay.
Shuffle the flood discard pile and place it on top of the flood draw pile.
Yep.
And discard this card in the treasure discard pile.
Yep. So that'll go over to here. There are 3 of those in the deck, and we just drew one at a terrible time. It's now like we're starting at a higher difficulty and Mom won't get a replacement treasure for that. That is her 2 cards. Now we draw flood cards equal to the water level, which is now
3.
Yep. And because of that discard pile, the cards that we've already seen, we know that they are on top, so these could be coming out of the game for good. Like Temple of the Moon, which is now out of the game. This gap here, we cannot cross it. If one of us were here, we could boop, 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 swim to another spot. There's a character who can break that rule, but now for us to go all the way up here, we gotta go up and around. But that was one. And now this deck is thinner as well because that comes out completely. So I got that off on the side here. Breaker's Bridge.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And the Iron Gate. You know, the 3 that we didn't do. Yeah. But we know the next 3. Because there was 6 off the top. We know what's about to go back over. So one of them was extra bad. The rest, and it now gives me a bit of a setup turn. So I can fly somewhere so I can just kind of sit. So I don't think there's a card I want to give you. Because right now we have 1 of each. Except for you have the 2 cups. You're going to try to work cups. If I had a cup, I'd give you one. This would be a perfect turn for it. But I think I'm going to fly up to the Howling Garden, and I'm going to pass the rest of my turn. Because I've got nothing I can shore. I can't undig these out of the ocean.
Can't undo what we did.
Yeah, I can't undo that. So, let's go. All right, there's our 3rd cup. And we've got 2 lions. So, not bad. Not great. But let's go to the bad stuff. We know it should be the Tidal Palace for 1. The Observatory for 2. I got a feeling it's probably this one for the 3rd. Hey, look, it's the Crimson Forest for the 3rd. It is your turn.
Well, for my turn, I'm going to flip the
Tidal Palace.
The Crimson, well,
Yeah, that's fun.
the Forest and the Observatory.
Yep, using your Explorer power
to do that.
Mine, the big difference between mine and hers is mine is once per turn. She can do hers whenever she wants to. She could go 1, 2, 3. So you can get around pretty quick if you wanted to. But treasure cards. Hey, between us we have enough cups.
Yeah.
And fire. Okay, that's actually pretty good.
Yep.
Except for the the bad stuff happens.
Comes the bad.
Coppergate. That's 1. Twilight Hollow next door to you for 2. And for 3, uh-oh, that's the bad one. We cannot let that one go over. Oh, and I really want to give you that cup. So I could hope we don't run into a Water's Rise card. I can give you that cup. Or we hold a turn. Just so we hope we don't run into Water's Rises again. What would you want to do?
Let's hold the cup.
Hold on to the cup?
Let's hold on to the cup.
Okay, so I'm going to fly here for 1. I'm going to flip this for 2. I'm going to flip this for 3. Yeah?
Yep.
I wish I could give this to you. Okay, into my turn. I will flip. I have a helicopter lift. This is move 1 or more pawns on the same tile to any other tile, or lift your team off of Fool's Landing for the win. But you have to have all 4 treasures first to do it. And I think we just made the right call, because we just got our second Water Rises. So the water moves up a tick. These get shuffled. And they go back on top of the deck. So, yeah, that Fool's Landing was a really good call. All right, so we would have lost. You made the right call. All right, 1. Crimson Forest for 2. And our third is the Observatory. And it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to, for my first action, turn over the Twilight Hollow.
Okay, that's 1.
And for my next one is the Crimson Forest.
That's 2.
And Observatory.
For 3. Not bad, dude. Let's do the bad stuff. Well, potentially. Sandbags. Now, you have 5 cards.
Yeah.
You have to discard or play a card, and you could drop this right now and just hit Fool's Landing. So that way you don't have to worry about a 5th card.
I'll do that.
Okay, so Mom's going to, instead of discarding, and this is play at any time, it doesn't count as an action, you discard to treasure pile after use. You shore up any 1 tile on the island, so Fool's Landing. Your second card, another sandbag. Right now we don't need it.
Yeah.
Treasures are better for us.
Right.
But you are going to have to drop something when I give you the cup.
Right.
So, do you want to hold on to this just in case?
Yeah.
And then, do you want to get rid of the griffin or a flame?
I'll get rid of this one here.
Get rid of the flame? Okay. And so, 2 treasures. And now, Twilight Hollow.
Likes that one.
Well, when you shuffle the discard back on top, 2 is the one you're standing on. And 3 is the one I'm standing on. Okay. So, my turn. I'm moving here for 1. I'm going to give this to you for 2. You could play your sandbags right now to get out of the 5 issue.
I'll do that.
Okay. And which one do you want to flip using your sandbags?
The one we're standing on.
Okay, that's not bad. All right, I have 1 action left. I'm gonna flip Tidal Palace. Yeah.
Yep.
That is the end of my turn. I feel like that was a fairly solid turn. You should be able to get us a treasure on yours.
Yep.
I'm gonna get these flipped the right way here. The treasures.
Oh, not one of those again.
Yeah, already. So one of the last of the 3s. These shuffle. This is rough.
A little bit. A lot of it.
A lot of it.
A lot of it.
A lot of it. All right, those are back on top. That was your first card, right?
Right.
Okay, so you do still get your second card. And you have 5 cards. Something needs to be discarded. I'm getting rid of the flame. Okay. And now we flood 3. First is Fool's Landing. Hey, you know those sandbags? 1.
Yeah.
Wrong card. All right, 2 is the Observatory.
Likes to hit that place too, doesn't it?
The Crimson Forest for 3. You definitely need to grab us the chalice.
So I can do that for 1.
But are you on the right spot to do that? Because remember, you need to be in a spot. You see the circles?
No, I'm not. So I've got to go.
Yep.
So I'll move next door.
Okay. I think, and hear me out.
Okay.
I'm going to play a helicopter lift. We can move 1 or more pawn on the same tile to any other tile.
Okay.
So if I put you here and save you a move.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And then that way I join you over here. So your first action, now you can grab it.
Now, we'll get the chalice.
All right, I'm going to put her chalice here in the
Here's
flooded
those.
spot. So yep, she's spending 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your first. You got 2 left.
I'm going to flip the helicopter pad.
Yep. Because yeah, if that goes away, we lose. So.
And I'm going to move up to the Whispering Garden for 3.
Okay.
Please. Thank you.
Alrighty. So, the treasures. You have a stone boy and a stone. We now have 3 or 4 of those. So, that's very good for us. The bad stuff. Copper Gate. The Tidal Palace. And I have a feeling Twilight Hollow just went bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Okay, so my go. 1, 2, 3. I can't do Crimson. Oh, but have we seen Crimson Forest? We have. Okay, so. So we know it's not going to go away this exact second unless a Water Rising comes up. So into my turn here. Go ahead and flip. Lion. We now have 3 of those. And a fire. I got 2 of those. So I'm at full hand here. Oh, I wish it was your turn, but...
That'd be nice.
Cliffs of Abandon.
We don't have to flood anything, do we?
No. Whispering Gardens. Wherever you go, flooding happens. And 3, Temple of the Sun. Your turn.
Well, I am flipping the Whispering Gardens
Yep.
for 1. The one next to it
Okay.
for 2, and the one above it for...
It is kind of nice it worked out that way. But all right, end of your turn. Lion. Between us both, we have 3. Or between us both, we have enough for the lion.
Yep.
And then, oh, not this one. Your second. Oh, I know what I'm doing on my turn. So, the bad stuff on Mom's turn. Cave of Shadows, all the way up there. That's 1. 2 is Phantom Rock. Where's Phantom? Oh, it's right next door. And 3 is the Bronze Gate. All right, so my turn. For 1, I am jumping to here. Yeah, for 1, I'm jumping to there. 2, I'm going to pass you. What'll be the 4th? You're gonna have to sacrifice
Yep.
something for that one.
Put
Yeah, let's scooch these over.
Scooch over a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. And then for my third action, I almost want to stay put, so because maybe you can give me that stone, but I'll be at 5. And on your turn, we're definitely gonna need to flip some cards over.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't give you that and flip this turn. So should I move somewhere so I can be ready to flip?
That might be a good idea.
Okay. And I gotta remember Cave of Embers is over here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna move over Cliffs of Abandon. Okay, not bad. I have a stone and helicopter lift. I don't necessarily want to use it, but I really... Oh, because I would be at 5, I can get rid of my lion because you have the 4 to turn in. So it's kind of nice. We know what the fodder is at this point.
Yep.
But the bad stuff. Misty Marsh for 1. 2 is the Lost Lagoon. And for 3, it is the Watchtower. Where's the Watchtower? Oh, it's right here.
Right there beside it.
Okay. It is your turn.
For my first, I'm going to turn over the Misty Marsh.
Okay, that's 1. And don't forget, you have 4.
Yep, and I'm going to, for my second,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you those.
Okay. And we have half of our treasures.
And for the third, I'm going to flip over the this one there.
Watchtower?
Yep.
Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, you're getting 2 treasures. There's a stone. Between us, we have enough now.
And a flame.
Yep. So we're 1 short on flame. Once the treasure deck runs out, we just shuffle it back in together. The bad stuff. Coral Palace. The Howling Gardens. That's not a fun time up there.
Nope.
And Cave of Embers, which is very bad for us. Because we can't lose both of the fireplaces and we can't lose both of the stone places. Where are our stone places? Oh, and we've lost one of the stone places. This has to stay alive. So, it's my turn currently. I'm going to go here for 1, flip for 2, flip for 3. Boring turn, but we need to keep some stuff alive. All right, last 2 treasure cards. I get a cup, which is going to go there, and another helicopter lift, which I have to discard something anyway, and we need both of these. Do you want me to fly you up here so you can take care of those?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I'm going to put you right here. That work?
That works.
Okay. The flooding this turn is Dunes of Deception for 1, Gold Gate for 2, and for 3, the Silver Gate. So we have run out of both the treasure deck as well as our treasure deck and our flood deck. So I'm going to just do one of these here. Until we need to draw, technically until we need to draw from either or.
Yep.
It's not a biggie. But just the whole sake of the water rises timing.
And it's surrounded by water.
Yeah, but at least you might be able to clear it out a little bit. Okay, and yeah, you can go whenever. I'm just getting the treasure deck. Were you ready?
Okay. For my first one, I'm going to flip the one I'm on.
Okay.
Please.
Never a bad choice.
And what's the one above it?
Cave of Shadows.
What's the little statue thing?
Oh, it's fire.
And I'll flip that one over.
Okay, 2.
2. And the gold
Gold Gate.
gate.
Okay.
For 3.
For 3. So, your 2 treasures. You get a chalice, which we don't care about. And a griffin, which we don't care about. Now, this would have been the time for Waters Rising, because we have to shuffle this anyway.
Yeah.
So it would have been the perfect time to run into it. So I'm just going to do one of these. It's the only reason I didn't shuffle this early. I guess I could have anyway. If Water Rises came up, it would have been the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold on to our helicopter lift. Because
those come in handy.
Yeah. Well, and we needed to win.
Yeah.
And we're close to... we're halfway there, and between us, we have enough for the stone, and we're 1 away from the flame. Okay. Now we gotta draw the 3 for your turn. Cliffs of Abandon. 2 is the Cave of Embers, and 3 is the Observatory. Nothing went over, which was nice. So, my turn. I am going to fly up using my power for 1. I'm going to give you both of these for 2, 3, and I'm assuming you are discarding those 2, because now you are primed for the stone.
Thank you.
Yep. Into my turn, sadly. Helicopter lift, which makes me wonder if I should fly us somewhere. But my second is Waters Rise. That's bad.
That's not a good thing.
No, because we're about to lose some stuff. Hey, these 3 get shuffled and go back on top, but we're drawing 4, so it doesn't matter if I shuffle them.
Right.
Because all of those are coming back up. Because 1, Cliffs of Abandon. For 2, the Cave of Embers. We haven't lost because we still have Cave of Shadows. And hey, guess what? Number 3 is the Observatory. Well, I gotta say, this got harder.
This got hard.
This got harder. Oh, and we are at what level of the flood now?
4.
Yep. Gold Gate. It's your turn after my wave of destruction.
Okay. I'll turn over the...
And remember, you have enough to get that, but yeah, flipping over stuff's important.
I'm gonna... That one there, please.
1.
Yep. And the one up in the corner there.
2.
And give you these.
You can't. You're not on the right space.
I'm not in the right space for that, am I?
Nope. It was down here. I can helicopter lift. I was hopeful to save it. But if I helicopter lift, you can turn those in. Because otherwise, any card you get, you're going to have to discard.
Yep.
Unless it's sandbags, then you can play them right away.
Right.
But I was hoping to helicopter lift us both out to get back to Fool's Landing and then fly out. But I can spend it now.
Well, we better hang on to it.
But we don't want to lose flame cards.
We don't want to lose those either. Oh, should we go for broke?
Yep. Let's helicopter lift to here and last action.
Yep.
There are those. We have 3 of 4. One to go, and then Fool's Landing and get out.
Yep.
So, that was all 3. Top thing is a chalice. Don't care. Griffin. Don't care. We're looking for another flame. But the bad stuff. First is Phantom Rock. So it was good you flipped it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's extra bad because we need flames.
Yep.
Oh, well, that changes what I do. So, my go, I am going to use my pilot ability to come here for 1. Actually, I'm going to come here for 1. 2, 3, because I don't, we haven't had gold. Oh, Gold Gate has popped up. They all have. We could lose those. We don't want to lose our walking path.
Nope.
But we couldn't lose Cave of Shadows, so That had to happen no matter what. That was my easiest way of doing it. But first is a chalice that we don't care about, and second is our flame. We now have all 4. Okay. I need that one from you. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Coppergate for 1. Crimson Forest goes bye-bye. Lost Lagoon goes bye-bye.
Our path's getting smaller and smaller.
Yes, it is. Dunes of Deception go bye-bye.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of trouble in that regard.
And where's our flame at?
Flame is just 1 space here, and remember, I can always fly home. Because I've got my pilot power.
Right.
So if you come up to me...
I'll go up to you.
For 1.
For 1.
If you pass me a flame...
I'll pass you this.
For 2.
For 2.
And then maybe make your way towards Fool's Landing.
For 3.
Maybe this way to try to short that up eventually. Hey, Sandbag for 1. Oh, this is really good. So, I would probably, before we flip these, I would sandbag something here and get your butt to Fool's Landing.
That one.
Whispering Garden. Okay, so sandbag is used.
Then I'm gonna go to...
Yep, Fool's Landing off of the helicopter lift. Yep. Perfect. So, the bad stuff. Howling Gardens. For 1. 2 is the Coral Palace. 3 is the Watchtower. And 4 is Temple of the Sun.
You need a little life jacket for this game.
That'd actually be funny if we could put like get a little life preservers on the mini or the little ponds. That'd be cute. But it's my go.
It's your go.
I will move to the Cave of Shadows for 1. I will turn in those 4 to get us our flame. For my 3rd, I'm going to use my pilot ability to hop back here, and helicopter lifts freebie. So we do that. We actually pull it off. That got hard.
That got hard.
Yeah, we drew our Waters Rising way too fast.
We did.
Yeah, but still managed to get out, and that's on normal difficulty too. This game plays fairly quickly, which I like.
I like that too.
Yeah, and it's not hard to teach it. The weird stuff is the whole diagonal movement right away, and then if you run into these gaps, because it's now, I'll just move through. It's like, no, I think it's the diver that can, that you have moved through 1 or more adjacent flooded and or missing tiles for 1 action, but you can't stop in the middle of the water.
You can't just swim across.
No,
and do your thing.
And we drew badly, and funny enough for you all, you wouldn't have known this. We had to restart recording this. We got through the first 2 turns and realized we weren't recording the overhead, and we had a beautiful draw. We didn't have Water Rising to start. It was like, okay, this is gonna be an easy peasy game. And then I look over and it's like, I'm not recording. So we had to start over, and that was a much more entertaining round though.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. What do you think of this one?
I like this one.
You like this one, and now you've played the other one, Forbidden Desert, and we're looking at doing that one next week. If you're watching this in the future, it's already out. We'll probably link to it at the end of the video. And it's been a while since you've played that one. Do you like this one or that one better if you remember it well enough?
To me, I like them both because
Yeah.
they're both because in that one you got to do a different thing, you know. In this one you get the
well, you still are, you're collecting 4 parts, but you have to find the 4 parts and pick them up. Where this one is, you're turning in the cards. This one is more closer to a game that Matt Leacock did, Pandemic, than Forbidden Desert is. Because that's the shifting sandstorm, and you're flipping tiles to try to locate where it is. And for me, I prefer that one. This one's sentimental for me. There's a few things that don't balance the greatest, like the water rises. You could draw all three of them just to start, which we almost did. We ran into a very rough draw. So you can lose in the second turn because of if Fool's Landing is flipped, or you can technically lose on the first turn and say, like, we spawned over at Gold Gate and another gate over here. Fool's Landing was under. First thing you get is a Water's Rising, top 6 cards. You can lose this in an unfair, quick way, where the others are a little bit nicer in that regard. But I still, with this one, nostalgia, I like it. Plus you get the cool treasures. Kind of feel a little spoiled that way. Because then you start opening up other board games and you just see cardboard stuff. Now, granted, welcome to 2022 and everyone overproduces everything, so here's minis and stuff. But like, this was like cool to find like 10-ish years ago.
Yeah, and the chalice looks like a chalice.
Yeah. So
wherever the little lion is.
Yeah, 2010, and we're recording this 2022. Yeah. So yeah, wow, over. And you can even tell what he is, which is really nice.
I can never think of what he is.
I think he's a griffin.
Griffin?
Yeah, but then doesn't griffin have something to do with a snake as well? I know a griffin's got lion with wings, but I don't think it actually says it in here. Because the name of it is the Statue of Wind is what that is. And apparently you represent wind with a lion.
Wind?
It's cool though. How else are you representing wind? You make this but green and make it look like a fart cloud or something. But
you take a cloud and you put a little face on it and
yeah, that'd be cute.
have wind blowing out of it.
Yep. The other thing that this does, because early cooperative, is table captaining is really easy to do in this. And you probably saw a couple times I slightly took over Mom's turns a little bit, trying to guide of like, hey, you really need to do this. Like when she had the 5 cards, like, hey, you need to turn those in, because if you get a flame and that goes back, we're in trouble. So, and if you run into people who table captain, all you have to do at that point is just play with hands to yourself. And there's some games that do that. But that's one of the easiest ways, is just like you can talk about what you have, so you can make it work in your own way. We play open information, even in some of the cooperatives, depending on the cooperative. But we try to play open information. But hey, everybody, you got any more thoughts before we wrap it up?
Nope.
Okay. Hey, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more board game content. We got Tom and Mom on Thursdays. Mondays I do Marvel Legendary solo. Tuesdays I try different games that we have. Wednesdays, when this comes out, we'll be moving into Marvel Champions on Wednesdays. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And then Thursdays, I play with my mom, which is
It's fun. I love to play.
I love playing with my mom.
I love playing with Tom.
Yeah, but yeah, share, like, subscribe, all that. And until next time, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.